I want to talk to you about Anthony Farrar. He's a watch guy from California. He's been doing watches before on the Gelman's timepieces. He was doing that. There was another company that folded and went bankrupt, and they ran away. There's a problem going on here. He just recently announced that he's lost $5 million worth of consignment watches. That he took the money from people who gave him watches to sell. He takes his percentage, and then he sends the profits back over, just like any consignment of any product, whatever. If it's a car or watches or furniture, whatever. He didn't return the money. He used it to prop up his lifestyle, live this fake lifestyle. Everybody thinks that everybody who sells watches is rich and famous. You know, you got CRM in Miami, you got Luxury Bazaar in Pennsylvania, you got the people on 37th Street watched by Jules, and you got Moses. Everybody thinks everybody's rich. It's not always that way. But he wanted to live the lifestyle. I remember months ago, his car got repossessed, his Lamborghini. He had a video of his car being repossessed. Then he got kicked out of his penthouse in California. Well, something's not right here, right? Wasn't that the red flags nobody saw? But $5 million, he used it for drugs, alcohol, whatever. That's not an excuse. It's bad if that's what he did, but it's not an excuse. What he did was commit fraud and theft. So these people who lost millions of dollars missing. He says, well, he'll make it right. And I think that's fantastic that he'll make it right. But who's going to trust him with anything? Okay? Who's going to front him money? Who's going to front a guy money who admitted that he committed crimes? Well, I didn't admit the crime, but $5 million is criminal, folks. That's fraud. You know, these people can file a complaint of theft by deception with the local authorities, wherever, in California. Or if you're whatever state you're from, people from all around the country sent him watches to sell because they thought he was a legitimate watch guy. But he's not a legitimate guy if he took $5 million. And I'm sorry, I don't want to keep hearing people say, oh, well, he had a drug and alcohol excuse. You don't know what he had. You're only hearing what he's telling you. Okay? But he admitted to $5 million. He did it in 2 videos. I saw the last one last night. 2 videos in the last 2 days about he's going to make it right. He was wrong. He admitted that it was wrong, but he's going to make it right. $5 million, folks. It may not seem a lot to you, and all these people are, all the rich people are selling Rolex or whatever, a Daytona, and it's, it's worth $40,000, and it's people's money, regardless of if their lifestyle is rich or whatever, poor. It doesn't matter. It's theft by deception. He was supposed to return the money after the sale. But $5 million. How is he going to get that back? Who's going to trust him? Who would trust this guy for anything? I think it's a shame. I've watched this guy for months and months and months on Instagram and on YouTube, and this is what he turns out to be? Wow. I was like, $5 million? Really? And he admitted to, I had to live this lifestyle with hookers and drugs and alcohol and fast cars and all this kind of stuff, and private jets, going to Vegas all the time. People, be careful. So now this is going to create a whole problem for the gray market. What's going to happen now? I'm not a big watch guy, but I like watches. I like watching all this stuff. I think it's fantastic stuff. But the gray market is always the secondary market. What's going to happen to the gray market now? Are people going to be afraid to put watches on consignment because of what happened with Anthony Farrar? Really? Would you trust somebody now? You got CRM in Miami. Those guys are great. And they just did a video saying the same thing. What's going to happen now? Are people going to be afraid to consignment watches? Because that's what happens a lot of times. Sometimes you don't want to sell it to the dealer. You have people, find a buyer. What's going to happen to the market now? Anthony Farrar, you should apologize to every single one of those people you owe money to. You better pray that they don't convict you, send you to jail, and charge you with theft. Man, it's big time. It's not like you took $10,000 or took a cookie out of a cookie jar. It's $5 million is missing. That's hard to replace. Really hard to replace. Anthony, you need to apologize to every single person. You need to apologize to every single person on your videos, on Instagram, YouTube. Oh my God, this is a big slap in the face for the market. The gray market's getting smacked around because of this. It's a shame.